Greetings and salutations, I am Professor Tabletop and or Michael more informally. Real quick as a little bit of information about me. As I said, my name is Michael. I am a huge nerd of video games, anime, D&D. I even make little one-shots on DriveThruRPG for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. And I've been a DM for about 3 years now, so since about 2017, so not terribly long. There are way more people here on YouTube that have been DMing for much longer than me and have a lot more experience than I do. But I wanted to hop on YouTube so that I could add to that overall wellspring of knowledge. Because without online forums, YouTube videos, and just by reading the books, I would have no idea what I'm doing, probably even now. So I wanted basically to kind of give back, because without all of that knowledge, I would have only been able to learn through catastrophic failures within my own game, which trial and error is all fine and good, and it is a good learning experience most times, but I like to have more options than just that. But because I wanted to kind of jump in and give that bit of information, I have a lot of ideas of content that I would like to create, at least to add and help, and maybe somebody who is in my shoes, who is just learning D&D, or even an experienced dungeon master or player who just wants to see another perspective, another side of the story, a different way to run the game, because everybody's way of running Dungeons & Dragons, it can be, and I think is, in most cases, vastly different. Even if it is comparable to somebody else, there's always something different. Something that works for one person may not work for another. And so even though there are so many other amazing creators on YouTube that I do want to link down below in the description, just to give a little bit of a nod to some of the people that I watched over these past 3 years, even just beginning, give them credit where credit is due. But yes, so I just wanted to kind of hop in on the train of YouTube and add my own experiences and information about Dungeons & Dragons, what I've learned, what I hope to learn, and everything like that. So I have a few ideas for content on YouTube. There are things such as character development, world building just as in general, building NPCs, how to take notes as a dungeon master and a player. Some things I plan to kind of recover from things that I've already seen and kind of put it in my own twist, how I've kind of interpreted the information and how I've used it. Alternatively, I also wanted to throw in some stuff that even after 3 years of looking, I still haven't really found anything that worked for me. Specifically, I know one thing that was huge that I could never find was note-taking. Something that just was never out there for me to find. Like, how did dungeon masters take their notes? And how do they run a game of D&D? Which I think is still, I think even for other DMs, it's like, we don't know, it just happens. But in any case, hopefully I can shed a little bit of light from my personal perspective on that. But anyway, along with that, I have some other things for content that I plan to be in the process of making, and hopefully will release sooner rather than later. But anyway, I do hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you come back for future videos and stuff like that. So at the very least, if I cannot be informative or enlightening, maybe I can be at least a little entertaining. But those are the hopes. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it.